Alright, so we're back where we left off. I went ahead and deleted the other wing because I'm going to make some adjustments to this one, and I also did a little image plane here for a reference, so I don't have to constantly keep going back and forth between Maya and the picture. So I'm going to make some adjustments to these wings, or these sails, whatever you want to call them. So I'm going to actually take, let's see, yeah, I'm going to take the whole thing. And I'm going to go to Mesh, Combine. So now it's all just one object. And I'm going to scale it up. So I'm going to go to Center Pivot and scale it up a little bit. That's starting to look a little better. I'm going to do the same to this back piece as well. Now it looks like it's actually on the back side here. I don't think it's going straight through the center of this base. That's why it looks like, that's why my sail is on the left side of this and not directly in the center here. That's just a guess. If it looks weird later on, I'll move it to the center. I'm not too worried about it. So, alright, duplicate this. Actually, before I do that, I'm going to freeze transformations. Now I'm going to duplicate it. That's on the Z axis, so I get -1 and just move it into position there a little bit. There we go. Alrighty. You know what? I'm actually going to make this bigger as well. That's why it's good to always, it's good to have this in the program so that you can directly see. I mean, I know this isn't completely a portfolio, or a profile view, I mean, but it's easier to see if you have some scaling issues. So I'm just going to make that a little bigger. So I'm going to move that guy. Oops. Out of the way. I'm just going to scale these up. Or just move them up, I mean. There we go, that's looking a little better. Cool. Alrighty. Yeah, it's looking pretty cool. I'm also going to take this. And pull this out a little more. I know this front is a little bigger than in the concept art, but we're going to keep it because I don't feel like changing it, and I think it might look better bigger. Alright, let's not start with this bottom part, the actual ship itself. So for that, I think I am going to do a cylinder. Yeah, let's try that. Open a cylinder. Let's try 18 maybe. Pull it out a little bit. Yeah, that might look pretty good. Alright. delete these bottom faces because I'm gonna extrude them inwards. Double click on the edge. Scale it up just a little bit. Give it a nice rounded bottom. Delete the top faces. Squish it in just a little bit. Might also make it just a little bit smaller. Alright, now I'm going to take these three, actually know it, let's go into the front view and take this whole line of verts and press B for soft selection. I might scale it up just a little bit and just pull them out. Give them a nice sharp corners there. Alright. Cool. Alright, now let's take the top, turn off soft selection, hold shift, and extrude inward. Let's see. Let's try about right there. Again, and pull down, scale inward. Yeah, maybe not that much. And then scale inward again. Now, there's a trick here. If you do convert selection, which is right here, under select, convert selection to vertices, you can do that and it'll automatically choose whatever components you have selected. It will select the vertices of those components. So then if you do that, you can go to merge to center, which is, here we go, merge to center, and I'll merge them all together. So since that area is not going to be animated or anything, it's just going to be a flat area, I think that'll be fine. Not too worried about it. Alrighty. Trying to figure out what part I should do next. I think I'm going to do this little cover here. Yeah. So I'm going to go again with a cylinder. I'm going to rotate it 90 degrees. Move it down. Scale it in. Move it down. I'm going to adjust the amount of subdivisions. Let's try 10. Yeah, I think 10 will work. Maybe 12 will work a little better. Yeah, I think 12 is good. Alright. So I'm going to go into the front view, select the faces, and cut off the entire bottom portion. I'm also going to do that for these front ones as well. So we're just left with this hollow looking shell here, half a shell. Alright. Take these in, or take these and scale them in a little bit. Actually, quite a bit more. Push this down. This thing's going to get annoying here. And pull these down here. Make it smaller here. Might need to increase the size of the boat a little bit. Well, actually, you know what? I don't think we do. Because it looks like I'm going to be making this next piece right here, this back, sort of a, I guess it looks like some sort of heating element for the balloon. Some sort of, I don't know what it's called. So I'm going to smooth these. So now you have that. So I'm going to add some edges here. Yeah. Now you have that sort of indentation, the little curves in the, I guess it's some sort of cloth. I don't want it to be that sharp though. Now I'm going to take these verts, let's push them this way a little bit. Yeah. I'm going to take these guys, I'm going to give it a little bit of a taper. So those are actually going to be flatter. Yeah. So we have this sort of fur looking front here. So there's many ways we could do that. We could either put a few planes there and have an alpha, or we could manually model that. I think what I'm going to do is do a little bit of both. I'm going to model a base to sort of give it some thickness, and then I'm going to cover it with planes so that we can have that fur coming off without having too much geometry going on. So, and also what I said earlier about converting to verts, it converts to anything. So if I select the verts and do convert to edges, well, let's try that again. Convert selection to edge ring, maybe? No? Well, in theory, it should. Convert to edge loop. I've actually never used this aside from converting to verts, but I figured this would work. Contained, there we go, contained edges. Cool. Alrighty. The funny part of that is I actually didn't need to do that, because I'm going to add an edge loop instead, because I don't want to mess with that shape now. I'm just going to add an edge loop right there. Select that ring of faces, and extrude it out. And pull it up a little bit. here's where things can get a little tricky. So I'm going to isolate this. And we're going to have to fill this in here. I don't think I will be able to snap those together, but what I can do is just take these, scale them in just a little, and then just pull it in. I don't know if I like that. That might mess up some things in the future. Alright, forget that. Try something else. Let's do... See, I don't think I can bridge these two together because UVing that might not like it, the UV thing. The fact that this is going to have two edges coming from the same line here, or two faces coming from the same edge in sort of a funky way. Maybe it will. Actually, three edges, sorry. Yeah, that's not going to work. Three faces from that edge doesn't work. So, first off, what I'm actually going to do, let's pull that in a little bit. Becomes a puzzle. I want to get rid of these faces at the bottom. Alright, so I figured out what I'm going to do. I've detached these faces from this piece by just selecting those faces and going to Edit Mesh, Extract. And what I'm going to do is just bridge these edges together. So in Modeling Toolkit, let's do Bridge, G to repeat the previous action. I'm just going to do that for all these. Alright. I'm going to move this down a little and scale it in just a little bit. There we go. That's what I was looking to do. I don't want to soften that edge like that. That's still giving me a hard edge there. I can just run a loop through here and pull it out a little. Make it a little bit smoother. Let me push it up a little bit. I can do the same up here. There we go. All right. So that's where we're at with this. Let's see. Make this a little longer. Cool. I think that's good for now. I might adjust it a little bit later. Actually push this back just a little bit. Go to group and then maybe squeeze it in just a little bit. There we go.